Welcome back into Queen City News Now. The biggest fundraising event of the year is about to take place for the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Now, as someone who's been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis myself, I know how impactful these events can be. Now, we are joined today by Emily Gray, Executive Director with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of the Carolinas, as well as pediatric hero and honoree Matthew Desrochers joining me this morning. Guys, thank you for being out here to talk about such an amazing event.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
I first want to start with Emily and break down the Take Steps Walk and the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. What is this event and the foundation that's putting it on?
Yeah, so the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is dedicated to finding cures for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. And as we drive towards cures, we want to provide, we provide patient support, education for our families and our patients.
Yeah, now for those who are familiar with Crohn's and colitis, they know about this foundation all too well. For those who might not be familiar with it, I'd love to hear a little bit of your story, Matt, in terms of being a normal teenager and then going through this diagnosis, but now having the honor of being an honoree for the event. That must be amazing.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed 2 years ago, and I had a significant amount of symptoms that were building up. And then after my diagnosis, I realized how lucky I was being diagnosed so quickly by my amazing pediatric gastro, and I've been looking for ways to give back ever since. And I think being part of the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been an excellent way of doing that. Doing the Take Step Walk has been very amazing and I think very helpful. Yeah,
because I imagine just for you finding out how quick you were diagnosed, and I know with my experience, there's a lot of uncertainty at first. You don't know what's happening. Emily, talk to the vibe and the environment, not just for those who are getting the diagnosis, but for the families who find so many people like themselves who are going through the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Take Steps it means everything for these patients and these families. It's about celebrating our IBD community. It brings everyone together, and these diseases can be very, very isolating, and so it just shows them that they're not alone. They have connection on this journey, and that we're just all part of this IBD community together.
Absolutely, it's all about community. And Matt, you and I were chatting a little bit about our experience and really that uncertainty, especially for the pediatrics that go through this. I know you could be diagnosed really at any age, but for any other teenager out there, for someone else who might be going through a similar uncertainty, what message would you want to share with them? What message of hope or positivity would you want to give?
I want to say that, look, I know where you are, and I know it's challenging. And I was put in a similar position as a freshman in high school, and I know that it can be very difficult to be able to talk about these things, but you'll get there. And when you do get remission, it's the most amazing feeling you can possibly have. And I was lucky enough to be able to experience that.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the foundation, Emily, and all the work that you do, not just here at the local level in the Carolinas, but really across the country, the research. Give us a little insight to what this walk and this event will be benefiting and what we can hope to provide to folks still going through this diagnosis.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting closer every single day. There's been some amazing breakthroughs, even since since Matt's been diagnosed. There's new medications coming on the market, and the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been part of every single breakthrough in finding cures and getting towards cures for IBD.
Yeah.
So it's going straight towards that. That's our ultimate goal, and we believe that it's possible.
Yeah, no, I love that. And you mentioned earlier being an isolating disease, and that's why it's so important to have community teams that are fundraising. You've raised almost $75,000 so far. That goal is over $100,000. I think we could reach that. But as a pediatric honoree, Matt, I'd love for you to share a little insights into how you've been able to have a normal life, your day-to-day, and things you enjoy to do, because this diagnosis is not the end, it's really just the beginning of a new experience. So I'd love to hear how you've been enjoying life as a teenager.
I've been very fortunate. Since I've been in remission, I haven't had to make as many changes as some other people with Crohn's disease have had to make changes of. I don't have any dietary restrictions. I'm very, very thankful. So I'm able to fit in, maybe not fit in, but I'm able to enjoy a very normal teenage life, all things considered. But I do enjoy giving back to the community and giving back to the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Yeah, and the reality is there's so many people that we could be around who have Crohn's or colitis, and we have no idea. So having that community and the fact that we can merge and mesh into society so easily is helpful. One last message that you could share for parents, Emily, for parents who might have a child going through this diagnosis. Just speak to them on how community, the foundation, the Take Steps walk might just be the promised land they're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, you know, when they're ready to reach out, because there's a huge community that they can be a part of, you know, whether it's Take Steps, whether it's participating in one of our support groups. We have caregiver support groups as well. So, you know, it's not just the patients, it's the caregivers that are, you know, helping them day to day. So I would say reach out, get involved. There's a place for you, and, you know, we want to help you on this journey.
Really quick, let's give folks the information for that event, how they can help, how they can donate, help us get to that goal of over 100,000.
Yeah, so we're really excited. We're gonna be at the Whitewater Center on Saturday, June 7th. So registration starts at 9 a.m. and you can go on the website and sign up for a team and sign up to participate or donate and come be a part of it. It's a great time.
I love it. I'm on Matt's team. We're going to be having a great time. Matthew, Emily, thank you so much. Best of luck Saturday, June 7th. We'll be seeing you guys out there. And if you want to get your walk in early today, I'd probably hold off. We do have some showers in the forecast.